live in the city, so that's what we get. But there you go. Beautiful. All right, so now we're just going to harvest these and chop them up and put them in the freezer. Never say that you cannot grow in small spaces. Look at that dinosaur kale. Look how beautiful it is. Nice, rich green color. And then look at all this collard greens, guys. Wow. What a nice harvest. All right, let me go pick out, I think it's like 2 or 3 little cherry tomatoes I want to pick. And grow, guys. Today we're going to be harvesting, and we're going to be harvesting yet another harvest of kales, collard greens, and today we're also going to be harvesting bunching onion green tops, and of course strawberries. You got to keep harvesting them strawberries, okay? So yeah, and then we're going to take a garden tour. Alright guys, so this is what the collard greens are looking like. Beautiful. And there's the dinosaur kale in there. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the ridge on that kale. Alright. And you have your collard greens here. So let me show you what it looks like there. And I mean, just absolutely beautiful. I'm trying to show you guys the inside. So that's what that stalk looks like. And then the collard greens. Some more in the back. So these definitely healthy plants. Oh my goodness, look at that. Can you see that down in there? Like I said, disrespectful from the seagulls. I live in the city, so that's what we get. But there you go. Beautiful. All right, so now we're just going to harvest these and chop them up and put them in the freezer. All right, guys, so we're going to you always pluck from the outside of your plant, never in the inside. So always pluck from the outside first. You can use your hand, whatever you need to get them and get closest to the plant as possible when you're harvesting them. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I mean close to the plant. And what I mean by close to the plant, you want to get close to the stalk as possible. So like right there, okay? So we're going to take our shears, minding ourselves not to chop our plant, but we're going to get close to that. And as you guys can see, there you go. Right? So that's what I mean, close as possible. So you can get that beautiful leaf, okay? And we're going to be placing it in our basket, our wooden basket, okay? Alright guys, so this is how much food you can actually harvest out of 6 plants, guys. 6 plants. 6 plants, guys. Look at all of these greens. This is from 6 plants, right? So I wanted to show you that before I started. This is the collard greens. I wanted to show you guys this before I started harvesting. It's a big truck. I live in the city. But before I started harvesting my dinosaur kale, I wanted you to see the harvest of the collard greens by itself. So I've been trying to push it over here so I can get my dinosaur kale in here, all right? So I'm going to put my dinosaur kale over there. But wow, what a harvest. What a harvest. So now let's go on to these dinosaur kale. So this is what it's looking like now, guys. So the only plants left are the 2 dinosaur kales, all right? Always from the outside, guys. Never from the inside. Always from the outside first. That's a dinosaur kale. Now, if my space was bigger, I'm pretty sure these leaves would be longer and bigger. But because of the size I have, space I have, I'm not going to complain at all. Alright guys, so we are finished. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like. It's the second harvest, so I'm really excited for that. So let's see if we can get another harvest out of here before this starts bolting. I love how the stalks look. And like when I chop this down, I just usually leave that in the ground. Let it give it some more, you know, for itself. Usually they'll just dry up anyway. These will dry up anyway. So this is what it looks like out here now, guys. Really, really good. So let's push it back here. So my 6 collard greens and 3 in the back, 3 in the front. And I have my 2 kales in the middle. And it gave me all this luscious food. Look at that, guys. Look at all this food. Never say that you cannot grow in small spaces. Look at that dinosaur kale. Look how beautiful it is. Nice, rich green color. And then look at all this collard greens, guys. Wow. What a nice harvest. All right, let me go pick out, I think it's like 2 or 3 little cherry tomatoes I want to pick. All right guys, so we're out in the back and I do want to pick these 3 Bing cherry tomatoes. It's just 3 of them. They're ready to be harvested, so I want to pick these off. And as you guys can see, the tree is definitely loaded. There's one under there. So yeah, I have my 3. I'm excited. Look how beautiful these are, nice and orange. So I have those. I'm excited for those. Now I did cut off the onion tops, and I did cut out the kale from out of here. These are much smaller than the ones that's in the garden bed out in the front. I'm not going to harvest the mint. I just let it grow. Cabbage is okay, and everything else. Oh yeah, I said I wanted to harvest. Let me put these on my step. I wanted to harvest the broccoli, right? So let's harvest that broccoli right quick. It's like probably 2 stalks of broccoli. So, oops, let's see if we can get it. There we go. So let's harvest here. That's one. I don't think I'm gonna eat that one. That's the one I think I said I was gonna let go to seed, but I harvested it already. Let's harvest that one. Can you guys see? So sunny out here now. Can you see that one? There we go. And I want to harvest them right under the head. So we have one little broccoli there. And let's see if we have another broccoli. And it looks like my arm is trying to slip out. There we go. Let's see. Any more broccoli? There we go. We got one more head. There we go. You guys see? Because I can't see. There we go. Okay, so let me snip him off. And we got broccoli, guys. So I'm gonna just take my little broccoli heads. Of course. So I got 2 little broccolis. Well, I'm gonna say, well, yeah, 2, because this one's almost flowering. But I'm gonna take these 2. So that is my harvest for today. And then I got my cherry tomatoes with my broccoli. Alright guys, this is my harvest today. My prism kale. Looks really good. Prism kale, curly kale, whatever you want to call it. That's what I have. That's a whole basket of kale from the one outside in green stalk. And let me show you comparison. This is from the green stalk. Look how small that is. Alright? Compared to outside in the raised bed. Okay? That little bed I mean. So yeah. I know what I'm doing next year. Alright? So that is that. These been out for a while, so now that's why they don't look like they're really sitting up. So I'm going to have to definitely chop those down and get them in the freezer. Alright? And then I do have some tops of my buncheon onions right here. And they actually smell delicious. So did my harvest there. And let's move on to the basket. Look at this basket. Full of nutrition, vitamins, good green, healthy green leaves. So these are the dinosaur kale here. Okay. I did get 2 broccoli heads. 2 is better than nothing. I got 3 Bing cherry tomatoes and a plethora of collard greens. Look at all these greens. There's so many greens in here that it's just loaded with greens, guys. Big, healthy leaves of greens. So I have a lot to chop up and put in the freezer. So yes, I'm excited. But look at my little broccolis. I'm excited for the little broccolis.
I want to say, remember, let's grow together so we can eat together.